Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ita Astuti. My ID number T20196036. I'm from TBI 1. So here I would like to explain about morphophonemics material. Okay, morphophonemics material also can call it morphophonology, the branch of linguistics that study the morphological use of phonology means, in the narrow sense, the field of word phonology connects with the sound structure of a morph and things the morph undergoes when it combines with other morphemes. Morphogenemics emerged as a separate discipline in the late 1920, but its origins are associated with D.I. Born G. Descartes, who demonstrated the interaction of phonetic and grammar in sound alternations and advanced the hypothesis that the phoneme was the mobile compound of a morpheme and the change of a particular morphological category. Morphonemic process is a process which happens to combine word morpheme. It will be changed the sound and pronunciation and doesn't change the meaning. Sometimes it changes the phoneme of morphemes. For example, word of want. Want. The base of want is one, or we also call it as free morphemes. Then et in want is morph or bound morpheme. Word want has different pronunciation for the past tense marker et. Allomorph is a part morphonemic process. Allomorph is the change of pronunciation and the spelling when it's combined with another morpheme. For example, bags, back, bags, wash, 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 and stitch, stitch. The S in a bags will be pronounced as Z. The S in wash will be pronounced as is. Wash. Nah. Will be pronounced as and in stitch will be pronounced as z than is. S is the allomorph of S. In morphophonemic process, there are morphonemes which are represented in all occurrence by a single phonemic shape. For example, paid, pay, represented by pay in pays, paid, paying, paid, payment, and so on. The sound structure phonology and the word structure morphology are two of the main components of language system. However, many a time these systems interact and affect each other in some interesting ways and give rise to phenomena which is known as morphophonemic. Sometimes, due to this interaction, pronunciation of a morpheme may get modified or completely changed. The changes may be regular or irregular, as usually are context sensitive in nature. In morphophonemics, was specifically study the changes which occur of the boundaries of morphemes. Morphophonemic changes usually uh, occur of the morpheme boundaries and involve sounds that are associated with separate phonemes. Morphophonemic process pluralizations in English to understand of morphophonemics. It's very important to understand concept A, to understand concept A to B not only in isolation but also as to how they appear in a morphophonemic process. For example, word singular to word plural. Plural. For example, is cat, and then to be cuts, cuts, kick to be kicks, top to be tops, dog to be dogs, dogs, rib to be ribs, kid to be kids, judge to be judges. Nah, and etc. There are different kinds of morphophonemics things in English. Here are some of the common things in morphophonemics in English. For the first is loss of phoneme. For example, the loss of phoneme T when change word class adjective to a noun. For example, difference to difference, democrat to democracy. Okay. The second is addition of phonemes. For example, in the addition of s in the change of sword to be swordsman, sail to be sailor, craft to be craftsman. Okay, for the third is simple change of phonemes. The example which is mentioned above, the change from singular to plural. For example, is dogs to be dogs, dog to be dogs. Okay. Next, fourth, assimilation and dissimilation. Assimilation is the process of replacing a sound by another sound under the influence of a third sound which is nearer to it in the word of sentence. And the five is synthesis. That is the fusion of the two phonemes brought together with morpheme combinations in a single new phoneme. And the six is stress, shift, gradations in many cases. The additions and affix to a word is accompanied by a shift in stress called stress shift. There is seven sublations. This is type of morphophonemic change in the occurrence of the allomorphisms completely different in phonemic structure from the normal form. Thus are common changes of morphophonemics in English. If we can predict the word, the different kind of pronunciation morphophonemics that happen, it will make it easy to learn English. Okay, the conclusions from the explanation before that have I showed to you, you can quote the morphemes. Process is a process which happens to combine what morpheme. It will be made changing to pronunciation. It doesn't change the meaning. Sometimes it changes the particles to be morphemes. It usually relates with suffix, free and bound morphemes, allophone and morpheme. I think enough for my explanation. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi